Well, Johnny, first of all, new haircut. We saw it last weekend.
COVID cut, yeah. Level 5 lockdown tonight. I can't be going to my usual barbers, so I did it myself on Friday night. Laura helped me at the end because I couldn't get the patches at the back, but she didn't do a great job. But it's hassle free anyway.
How is the leg, and will you be fit to face Wales?
Yeah, I hope to take part in training at the back end of the week. Obviously picked up a strain against Munster, which was incredibly frustrating. I've done 4 or 5 weeks, really hard training, and played 80 minutes against Ulster. So to pick it up at this time is like I said, very frustrating. No one more frustrated than me, but look, it is what it is. Just gotta come back stronger and be ready to go for whenever that is at the end of the week, or if it's starting next week. I don't know. See how things settle down, but it's nothing major, thankfully, and I'll be good to go.
Is it the hamstring?
Yeah. It wasn't a tear or anything like that. It was it just tightened up in me a little bit after half time. And I don't know whether that was just down to just being freezing coming out after half time. I don't know, but it's like I said, it's nothing major, and I'll be back training by the end of the week, hopefully, and try and hit the ground running then.
Is it frustrating that to get something like this at this time as well, as you said?
It's always the way, isn't it? I seem to always pick up my niggles when I get anywhere near an Irish camp. Like I said, I did 4 or 5 weeks with Leinster, didn't miss a session, was on the pitch every day, and like I said, obviously came off early against Connacht with a bang in the noggin. But I played Eddie against Ulster, felt great. Being a bit rusty, obviously, at the start of the game, but sort of grew into the game and was feeling great against Munster. So look, I'm glad I got sort of two games under the belt as such, and felt good physically in them. So this is just a small setback, and I just got to view it as that, and like I said, work hard this week and be ready to go next week, hopefully.
Third in the table last year. What is the target this year, Johnny?
Well, at the moment, like we haven't even met up as a squad yet. With all the testing we had to do yesterday, and then waiting on results, and then we're meeting up today. So, like, we'll sit down later on and we'll go through our goals and stuff. But like, you never come into a Six Nations or an Irish camp and not want to win whatever it is in front of you, whether it's a November international series or it's a Six Nations or summer tour. You always want to win, and that'll be no different. But like, for us, it's about focusing on the first game, trying to get our performance level up to the right level, really, and make sure that we can win our first game, because everything goes out the window if you don't turn up well on the first day. And hopefully we can start with a bang against a very good Welsh team.
I suppose there was a bit of talk after the Six Nations last year, questions over, was there a gap growing between England, France and everybody else in the Six Nations? Would you see there being a bit of merit in that, or, obviously that's something you don't want to happen?
Well, that's what the results showed, isn't it? Like, that's where that presumption came from, and they're right. They've first and second, and we were in contention obviously on the last day of the season, and we could have won the championship ourselves, but we didn't play well enough on the day, and we learned a lot from that day. And if we can get ourselves to a similar scenario this year, where it comes down to the last game at home in Dublin against England, that would be an ideal scenario for us, and see how much we'll have come on in a year. And although it won't have been a year, it'll only be a few months, but it'll be that's where we want to be. We want to be competing for the championship. We want to be beating the top two sides like France and England, and there's no denying that they are the top two, because the results showed that last year. So hopefully we can show the strides that we made and put some consistent performances out there. I think that's the key for us, is getting the consistency back, because we showed in glimpses in a lot of the games that we were making strides, and then we'd have a bad 20 minutes, or we'd have a bad half or something like that. So we need to get more consistent right across the board.
And just finally from me, Ireland captain again this year. We know how much that means to you, Johnny. Were there any concerns at all that Andy Farrell could change his name or change his mind and go with somebody else? What were you thinking about that?
Of course. Like Andy made that clear to me from the start. Like, we're going to go campaign by campaign. You have to, when you're at the age I am, you have to take it game by game, never mind campaign by campaign. So it's always an honour and a privilege, and something that means a great deal to me. And I've learned a lot, learned it the hard way at times in my first campaign as captain. And I'll hopefully take those lessons in with me and be better for it this campaign. But like I said, it's always a privilege and honour, and ultimately it's the guys that in the team I want to impress and do well by, and if they're happy with me there, I hope Faz has got their opinion on it. He's not just making a decision that they're happy for me to continue. Then I'll keep trying to add to the environment, and that's what I've always tried to do. But if the day comes that he decides to go with someone else, I'll just jump in behind them and become the narky vice captain at that stage.
The Guinness Six Nations Championship starts Saturday 6th of February, live on Virgin Media 1 and Virgin Media Player.